Hello YouTube, B3 here back with another kicking action figure review. And today I have another DC Comics toy review, but this time it's very special because it's an import. Yes, it is the SH Figuarts Harley Quinn from Injustice, Gods Among Us. Yeah, been wanting to get this figure. Got her for about 50, 55 bucks, can't really remember. But I got her for about that. I do have everything in this line right now. I have Batman, I have Joker, and I have Harley. And Superman's next on my list. You know, when he comes out. He might be out by the time I get this up. Maybe. I don't know. Trying my best. I don't have internet at the time of filming this. So, uploads are right now. Go! But yeah, Harley Quinn. Really cool figure. I have a few little gripes, but not too many because, you know, she's really great. SH Figuarts is really delivering. Gosh. Really cool figure. Just a great line. Really loving the Injustice line. But here she is, Harley Quinn, all her glory. But first, let me show you some packaging. You know, we have multiple types of packaging for Harley Quinn because I did get mine with a certain, brown shipping box. Blah, 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 blah. So here it is, SH Figuarts Harley Quinn, you know. All of this jazz, that doesn't really matter, just brown box. And then there's the real box. Blammo! Harley Quinn instructions and stuff are in there. You got a red background. It's got Harley Quinn, and you know, SH Figuarts new standard, you know that thing that's on the boxes. Injustice, DC, Tamashii Nations, Bandai. There's a picture of the figure right there. Very, very nice. It is 15 and up, you know, Figuarts, Harley Quinn. There's more picture on the side. And you know, just here's a shot of the back of her head just to kind of show some articulation off. And there's her in a nice pose. Very, very good. And accessories and etc. Another picture of her all posed up on the side. Very popular character, very cool. She's kind of looking through that bat symbol there. You know, stuff on the bottom. But yeah, very, very cool figure. So now let's get back to the figure itself. She's waving now. She changed positions. That's actually something I'd like to say about my Injustice Joker figure. It moves when I'm not home. I'm dead serious. That thing's freaking me out a little bit because I have him posed where he's pointing a gun at the kind of like the back of Batman's head, and I'll show you that in a sec because I'm going to put her in display and show her to you for the size comparisons for them. But it's really scary because I come home and he's pointing his gun different directions. Like, I'm not moving him. No one comes in here but me. This is my hobby shed, right? No one comes in here but me. And he moves. He freaking moves. I don't know what's up. Like, I don't believe in demonic possession and stuff, but it's really freaking me out. So, I would just like to talk about that at some point. That's freaky. Anyways, and now I'm just looking at my Joker. I'm staring at him. He's looking right at me right now. But Harley Quinn, very, very cool figure. Lots of articulation, you know, up and down on the head. And there is a problem with that joint because you have to turn it if you want to do side to side, like boop, boop, boop. Which you can do, but you have to turn the joint, which is very difficult. And then you kind of get just a crooked head, which I had for a while, and I didn't like that. Hair is fully articulated, which I find really impressive. You know, these buns rotate like that, and then you got this in and out joint and a rotation and another rotation. So you can pose this hair pretty much however you want. Really great. This is really dope on a Harley Quinn especially. And you know, you got like that up and down on the arms there, in and out, forward and back. You know, I can't get all the poses I'd really like because I can't, you know, there's some stuff I can't do with this arm on the upper part, which really annoys me. But you do have that great elbow bend and movement on the wrist, but the thing is the hands like to pop off when you, when you try to turn that way. Because there is articulation this way, but you really got to brace it and stuff. So, yeah, that's that. And this torso articulation, you know, you can see it kind of wobbles about. It's not the best torso articulation ever, but it's movement. It's movement. No waist, which I kind of just rounded about. I guess that makes sense, but I would like waist articulation. So, you know, if you can't tell, articulation's my biggest complaint about this figure. And in the legs, you know, you got movement, a good kick forward. It could be better, but, you know, Figuarts normally have that joint that kind of slides down so you can kick up real high, and she doesn't have that. But, you know, she still has more movement than a DC Universe Classics ever could have had. Rotation there, kind of up all the way in that bend. You kind of see how it's like, well, it's not really a rotation. I kind of lied just now. Up and down on the foot right here. You can turn that joint to go side to side as well. Lots of turning joints is necessary to get this figure to do stuff. Slight toe articulation. So there's that. And, you know, you can turn the foot like that as well. Very, very neat. But, yeah, not my best articulated figure art, I have to say. The hair is really great, but the rest of it's just, you know, it's for a figure art. But yeah, now detail and paint, they're actually really, really good. You can see this is one of her interchangeable faces. This is the one she comes with default in the box. Yes, there are more, because I said interchangeable faces. I wish she came with a kissing face, but she comes with kind of like a snarling face and like a calm face, and then this kind of like smiling face. So she has a great selection of faces. Joker had interchangeable heads, but he didn't have a laughing head, I believe, which kind of bothered me. So, yeah. But her interchangeable faces are really nice. Great sculpt on the hair. Very clean paint. Incredibly clean. She has this tattoo right here. Very close to having whale tail going on, but not quite. But you do kind of see the edges of her thong there. Very cut off top with kind of like a little smile painted on it. Neat jacket. Right here with it's kind of pointy, so be a little careful with that. And it's hard to see, but it says "kiss this" on the back of the jacket. You see that? Yeah, you can see that. Lots of cool stuff on the arms. They look very neat. These cool knives right here, very, very neat. Belt, pants look cool. Both her feet are like totally different. These spikes, very, very pointy. Be careful. You could probably break skin with those. I mean, they're crazy sharp. She's got a spur right there and maybe like a bell right here. Something like that. But, and then there's this Joker knife. Whoop! Removable. So be careful not to lose that. But it does stay in place relatively well as long as she's not upside down. I mean, it still stays if she's upside down. But, you know, just the slightest bit out and it's going to fall. Totally. So careful with the Joker knife. Don't put it in backwards. Just make sure it's in regular position there. But yeah, that's detail and paint. She's looking real good. Now let's get on to those accessories. Now here's Harley with her snarling face. I actually do have something I need to correct from earlier. Just discovered the bicep swivel. Both of mine were stuck, and I had to get them unstuck because I noticed one was kind of crooked, and I was like, wait, is that articulation? And as you can see, it was. So thank goodness for that. Bicep swivel, I was really hoping we'd have one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That makes posing so much easier. It just gives me so many more options, just that one little change. But yeah, so that's her snarling face. You can see her hair posed and stuff. There she is looking to the side. If you want to change the faces, you just kind of pop the bangs off first. And then you kind of have to pull the face off, all Detective Comics #1 style. Now here's kind of her it's kind of like a static face. It's really just normal. There's nothing special about it. It just looks forward and is, for the most part, emotionless. Kind of a weird face for such an expressive figure, because we do have that angry face and then the kind of happy face. She has a great face selection, as I said before, but if I had to get rid of one face, it would be this one. And, you know, I'd swap it out for like a kissing face. Like you could do poses of her kissing the Joker, blowing kisses, stuff like a Deadshot or whatever. It'd be pretty great, but yeah, I think I'm going to have her displayed with the smiling face, just because that'll look best with the posing I got going on with my Injustice figures and etc. Now Harley here comes with several hands. The first up being this card holding hand. Yeah, you already saw that she has a fist hand and just kind of open hand, and she does have 2 of each, of course. But she does also have this card holding hand and a Joker card to hold as well. So I'll get a closer look here. You can see the card holding hand, much like the one the Joker came with. And this little tiny Joker card. Very tiny, very Joker card. Let's just flip it, flipping it, dipping and skipping and tripping. There it is. Very Joker card. Very neat. Harley also comes with 2 pistol holding hands and 2, what I believe, are metal pistols. Yeah, very, very neat. You can see the pistols and the holding hands here. Very nice metally look. Holds them pretty perfectly. They're not going to fall out. Even got the barrel down the gun. Something lots of toy manufacturers don't have a little barrel hole, but this one does. So, very nice guns. And lastly, Harley Quinn also comes with 2 holding hands, obviously for her signature hammer. Yeah, all the best Harley Quinn figures come with some big old melee weapon. And she has a hammer, which is great. I don't remember her fighting style in the game because I didn't really play as her. I only played multiplayer with a friend, and I normally played as Nightwing, I believe. So, yeah, you know, I'm not really sure how she fought, but I'm sure she used a hammer, pistols, so. But yeah, you know, she looks really good with it, holds it really tightly, really well. You know, she balances well with it. It all works out just really, really nicely. Just very, very cool. And, you know, bringing the hammer closer, it's really neat. You know, you got playing card like diamonds and stuff on it, targets on either side. This kind of, you know, winding handle. And, you know, some paint and stuff down here at the bottom. Looks almost like it's designed to peg into something, but that's probably just the end of the hammer. But yeah, just very, very nice. Now it's size comparison time. Here's our Harley Quinn compared with some DC Universe Classics figures. And she does look a little short, but I actually think it still looks pretty good because, you know, Wonder Woman's an Amazon, and Harley Quinn just has like a really young feel to her, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm gonna let this slide size-wise. And all of my DC Universe Classics and Marvel Legends just fell over, if you heard that noise. But, yeah, crap. Yeah, here on the left we have the DC Unlimited Green Lantern, also from Injustice, kind of a crappy figure. I got mine for $4, which is the only reason I really paid for him. But yeah, you know, I think she looks fine with these quote-unquote older Injustice figures, and she looks fine with this Wonder Woman, I think, as well. And here she is with some other Mattel DC figures. Here on the left we have DC Universe Classics Power Girl, and on the right, DC Universe Classics Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner. So, yeah, once again, a little shorter, but you got Kryptonian and stuff. I'm still okay with this sizing. I do like how this looks. And here we have there with some DC Collectibles figures. Here is kind of where it starts to not look good to me. I think she's way too small for these guys. Here on the left we have one that matches her sort of detail-wise, but not really. Just a better match than others, I guess. But Deathstroke, the second Deathstroke from Arrow. This is the single package Deathstroke, the Slade Wilson one. Very, very cool. But yeah, he's just too big for her. Or if she's too small for him, I guess. And then here on the right we have the DC Collectibles Ultraman from the New 52. Still too big. So yeah, she's not going to scale well with DC Collectibles DC Direct figures. And here she is with the rest of my Injustice Figuarts. I think she looks pretty good posed with them. I didn't want to take them all out of the pose and stuff. I just wanted to show you this kind of how they scale up posed. I did have to use a stand on her because I do have one leg up. But, you know, Batman, Joker, Harley, I do think they all look well together. So that's very, very cool. And of course, here she is with Kamen Rider Nadeshiko. So what are my final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Harley Quinn from their Injustice line? Well, really dope figure. This is actually the only Harley Quinn figure I have, believe it or not. As much DC as I collect, you'd think I'd have one already. I almost bought the Arkham Knight one. Would have got DC Universe Classics if, you know, I ever felt like it. But really glad I got this girl because I feel like she works with all the DC Universe Classics stuff I have, like DC Universe Classics, DC Unlimited, Batman Legacy, you know, Signature Collection. That stuff she scales well with. Very happy with that, or at least I feel she scales well with that. Scales well with her own line, which is the most important part. Great accessories. Articulation could be just a tiny bit better, that's all. Do wish she had a kissing face because I feel like just that straightforward, calm face is a little freaky and I'm not ever going to really use that. The guns are awesome. The hammer's awesome. Her design, her detail and paint's just great. The hands pop off pretty easily. Almost lost one of her holding hands earlier when I was trying to get this pose here together. Almost lost a holding hand. That wouldn't have been good. But yeah, she's still a really great figure. So all in all, I'm going to give her 4 out of 5 stars. I feel like she's the weakest link in the Injustice line so far. That might change when Superman comes along, because I don't think he's going to really come with a lot of stuff. But, you know, it's yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. So, yeah, that's it, everyone. Thank you all so much for your support. As I said, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter. Follow me back on Twitter. Lots of great stuff down there, you guys. And just, you know, make sure you watch these, because I can't afford to collect action figures unless people watch my videos, because my action figure budget comes out of my YouTube monetization. Because, you know, my rent is really expensive, you guys. So, this is the only way I can make them, is if you watch them. So, that's it. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you all later.